and welcome to episode 23 of Dragon Age Origins. Last time we left off, we got the Urn of Sacred Ashes from Haven, and we managed to heal Al-Eamon from his sickness, or from his poisoning that apparently Loghain did to him. Loghain poisoned Al-Eamon, and that's why he was sick. And so we had to get the Urn of Sacred Ashes to be able to heal him. And whilst we were at Haven, there were these cultists. At the time when I was recording, I didn't fully understand what was going on, but I looked back at the episode, and apparently these cultists thought that the dragon that is there at Haven was Andraste, and if we put the dragon's blood into the ashes, that the dragon, or that Andraste, would come back to life again. But once we entered the building itself where the ashes were at, it looked like that there were like these ghosts or spirits left behind at the temple, and they were saying that they were the original guards and like people that were around Andraste. And they were saying that the people that were there were supposed to watch over the ashes originally, but at some point, I believe it was Colgrim, I think he just wanted to get the power all for himself, and he was going insane in a way, and thinking that the dragon itself was Andraste and not what originally was going on. And it was also interesting because once we entered the temple itself, we had to do like a few trials, and one of them was with a bunch of riddles from a bunch of spirits who were asking us, or like telling us a riddle, and we had to guess what the subject of the riddle was. And it looked like those were the people who were in Andraste's life during that time, because Mephareth was there, and as we read in the codexes, Mephareth was Andraste's husband who betrayed her. And then there were also a bunch of other people around, but I think one of them was also like a Tevinter who put Andraste on the stake, which was very interesting to say as well. Before we go, in the last episode I said that I was gonna go do let's see where it is at. The Blight. We were gonna go to the Dalish clans, and I believe they were in the Brazilian forest, if I'm correct. I'm not sure, but I was saying that we're gonna go there. Also that I was gonna go give some gifts to the people of our group, and also go over some codexes some more. So let's go over the codexes first. It looks like we have got like a few items. So we have the Litany of Andrella. I believe we read this. Or no, we didn't. Andrella of Ferentium dedicated her life to the study of blood magic, the academic study rather than the practice. A deeply pious mage, she was renowned in her day for having found a counter to every form of mind control, a defense against dreamwalkers, and even counterspells to demonic summons. Her efforts went unappreciated in her native Tevinter, however. After 3 different magisters attempted to have her killed, she fled the country. Choosing to take refuge in the land of Blessed Andraste's birth, she spent the remainder of her days with the Circle in Ferelden. The Litany of Andrella disrupts the casting of mind control spells, using the litany whenever a creature tries to dominate another with magic, and it will interrupt the casting. Once the spell is in effect and a character is under a blood magic's power, it is too late. We also have Eusaurus the Dragon Slayer. In the company of monsters, he went down the empty wolf roads after the dragon to the lands where the ice is like steel, and the air grows thin as a beggar, and every rock path is strewn with the bones of the lonely dead. There there Dane dwelt, and 50 swords were worn to rusted ruin, before at last they found the cave of Fenshal, ancient keeper of the mountains, bane of wolves. Dane sought a way in which the dragon might be felled. Fiend of fire and talon, its scales brighter than any warrior's mail, teeth greater than men, and all around the slumbering worm were bones, wolves, men, beasts beyond counting. The fume of death frightened even the wolf pack, and Dane desperate crept into the cavern to seek the monster's death alone. There, shining among the dead like a star, his hand had found a sword, Usaris, forged by the dwarf smith of an Olamari lord long ago, waiting age after age to be taken to battle once more. And this Dane freed from the earth and struck at the eye of the dragon, still sleeping, with a swift terrible blow. And Fenshal woke, wroth only to die, from Dane and the werewolf. The legend of the blade Usaris predates Andraste. The sword that Dane found in the dragon's treasure hoard, which he used to slay both Fenshal and the werewolf, was passed on to his son Hafthor. Dane may have been fiction, but Hafthor was fact. In 140 Divine, he led the Olamari tribes against darkspawn that flooded into the Ferelden Valley from the Dwarven lands. He not only drove back the horde, he also then defeated the combined forces of the Afars and the Chastened, who hoped to take advantage of the chaos. His victories earned him such respect from the tribes, he was named the First Terran. After years of ruling the valley in peace, it is said that Hafthor left Ferelden, sailing into the unknown east of the Amaranthine Ocean, with the blade still in hand, never to be seen again. I believe we have the blade, right? And there's also a few here at Magic and Religion. I think I'll read over this one and then we can go to characters and look at our characters that we have so far and see what they like and don't like. And so we have the Ainwar. When the Imperium occupied the area that is present-day Ferelden, they had two sites dedicated to magical experimentation at the extreme ends of the Imperial Highway. The southern one was the fortress of Ostagar, which looked out over the Kakari Welts. The northern one was Ainwar, although the exact location is now a secret known only to a handful of Templars. Whatever it was that the Vintler were trying to discover at Ainwar, their work was never completed. The fortress was overrun by disciples of Andraste upon hearing the news of her death. According to legend, it was a massacre eerily silent, for the invaders caught the mages while all but one of them were in the Fade. The site was left structurally sound but spiritually damaged. Possibly because of this, the chantry chose to put it to use as a prison. Accused, maleficarum, and apostates are held in the confines of Ainwar. Those who have a powerful connection to the Fade, and particularly to demons, will inevitably attract something across the veil, making the guilty somewhat easier to tell from the innocent. From Fire's circles and Templars, a history of magic in the chantry by Sister Petrine, chantry scholar. Let's go look over some of our characters. So, did it update? I believe it did. So it says his mother was a servant girl who died when Alistair was very young. He was raised by Eamon, all of Redcliffe for a time. Isolde's suspicions were unfounded, however. Alistair was not Eamon's son, but King Merrick's. Eamon sheltered the boy to hide his existence from Queen Rowan, Eamon's sister. Ooh, that's interesting. And then it says here, Alistair is fascinated by magic, even as his life is defined by fighting its darker manifestations. He has the fondness for strange runestones and figural studies of arcane creatures. Let's see who else we have here. So we have Malachite. Doesn't really say anything. Let's see. Leliana. Doesn't say either what they like. What about Morrigan? No, not either. Shale perhaps. Nothing either. What about Stan? No. So it only says, what about Severin? So it says here, Severin was the crow contracted by Loghain to assassinate Alistair and Amethyst. One failed attempt later, however, he found himself at the mercy of his would-be victims. They showed him unexpected mercy, and in return he swore to aid the Wardens to their quest to end the Blight. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any other information out there. In the codexes it looks like what the characters might like. So let's just see what we can give for Alistair so far. I feel like Severin would like this though, and Antivan leather boots. Because he is from Antiva.
That smell. This is Antivan leather, isn't it? I would know that anywhere. I don't know how you found it, but thank you.
What are you waiting for? Try them on.
But I'm not finished admiring them yet. Can you smell that? Like rotting flesh. Just like back in Antiva City. Now if only you could find me a prostitute or two. A bowl of fish chowder and a corrupt politician. I'd really feel like I was home. And they fit as well. Marvelous.
Ooh, we got plus 17. Nice. Let's see what else we can give. Black grimoire, a heavy grimoire bound in black leather. Morrigan will want to take a look at this. Okay. Morrigan, here you go.
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire? Ever since we discovered the condition of the Major's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you. How fortunate that you found it on your own. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
What do you hope to find within it?
Secrets. My mother has many of them, and this tome represents the one time that they were able to get away from her. I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
Ooh, we got plus 12 from that, and a quest. So we have Flemeth's grimoire. You found Flemeth's stone and gave it to Morrigan. She seems quite eager to start studying it, and Maker only knows what she'll learn from it. Let's see what else we can give to our companions. Here we go. Small gold bar. Perhaps, maybe Liliana would like this since she is very religious to the Maker.
Flowers? For me? They smell lovely, and there's something so familiar about them. These were my mother's flowers. She would sprinkle the dry petals amongst her clothes. Oh, they smell just like her. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Oh, we got a new thing. Minor cunning, nice. And we also got a codex updated. Liliana takes care to honor the Lothering cloister that took her in and keep symbols of Andraste's blessing close to her heart. Yeah, so she loves like Andraste and like religious stuff a lot. Let's see what else we have. A small silver bar. It doesn't say. Golden scythe. This battlefield spirit maintains a chill even in direct sunlight, which it appears to absorb. Optimal serving is by the drop. Contact with exposed flesh is discouraged, but likely inevitable. I'm not sure who we could give this to. What about this? Is another thing about Andraste. Perhaps we can give that to Liliana. Here we go. Liliana, where are you? Here you are.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
What is her opinion? It's warm. That's nice. Then we also have a golden demon pendant. I feel like that's something Morrigan may like. Let's see. Morrigan?
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
You are welcome. And we have the Girons of Ferelden, a genealogical history. This book traces the line of all Eamon back to the time of the Alamari clans. It doesn't seem to have been read much. I feel like perhaps Alistair would like this since he grew up under the care of Eamon. Let's see. Alistair.
Is that for me? Really? Wow. Wow.
It didn't get a whole lot, but it looks like he still liked it. Then we have Sun Blonde. The winter brewed for a very discreet clientele and strong enough to fluster a tranquil, an almost weightless spirit best served with a powdering of catsbane as a flavored enhancer and antidote. I'm not sure what that would be for. We have Discovering Dragon's Blood. This thick tome is discovered in dark, dusty leather and has a distinctly foreboding appearance. Maybe Win could like that?
A generous gift. Thank
Ooh,
you
she
ever so
did.
much.
Perhaps the book for that I gave Alistair wasn't meant for him because it was so low of a approval. Let's see what else we have. We have a small carved statue, a small carving of a robed woman. Did it say that Alistair may like something like that? For Win, the printed words is a window to true understanding. As scholar by heart, she feels that what people commit to the page is sacred by definition. Yeah, I believe that book may have been for her then. By magic and darker manifestation, strange runestones, and figural studies of arcane creatures. Would that include as this, perhaps? Let's
Is
see.
that for me? Really? Wow. Wow.
The Rose of Orlais appears to be a book about a woman named Lady Talia Leon and her tempestuous romance with the arrogant Chevalier Gairen. Perhaps that's another thing for Win because it's a book.
A generous gift.
There you go.
Thank you ever so much.
There's a silver chain as well. Let's see. I don't think it was Alistair. Does it say here? No. I feel like maybe one of the women would like the chain. What about you, Morgan?
A fine gift.
Ooh, she does
You
like
have my
it.
thanks.
There's also a golden rope necklace. I'm guessing since it's a necklace, Morgan would like it
A
again.
fine gift. You have my thanks.
Oh, I had two of
A
them.
fine gift. You have my thanks.
There's a rune stone. I feel like Alistair will like that then. Let's see. Alistair,
Is
there
that
you
for
go.
me? Really? Wow. Wow. Wow.
I also have a stone warrior statue. Maybe you will
Is
like
that
that as
for
well.
me? Really?
Ooh,
Wow.
our approval is so high with him now.
Wow.
There's also a locket. I'm guessing it has an antique cameo depicting a beautiful woman with jewels in her hair. The cameo is set in the front of a filigree gold locket. Maybe since it's a necklace again, could be for Morgan.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
There's some stuff here as well. So far we don't have anything for Shale nor another bronze symbol. I feel like that's for Liliana perhaps.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Okay. And then I wonder what Stan would like. Let's see, let's just save here for a bit, and if I do something wrong I can see. So, it updated for Morgan. So Morgan's critical eye is not reserved solely for others. Knowing or not, she has a simple fondness for jewelry and is very particular about her appearance. Okay, so she likes her appearance a lot. That's good to know. So what's it for Stan then? There's a water-stained picture, an antique portrait, slightly water-stained, of a man wearing furs and a heavy crown. I feel like since Stan is very interested about us wardens, perhaps this could be something he will be interested in.
I am impressed. My
Ooh.
thanks.
He does like it. And then we also have chassin sack meat, a brutally strong honey liquor reminiscent of a warm summer days, apple blossoms on the wind with an unexpected aftertaste of father going off to war, never to return. Bitter to say the least. There's also a stone dragon statue. I feel like since Alistair likes a lot of the statues, maybe this could
Is
be
that
for
for
him.
me?
Yes, it is.
Really? Wow. Wow.
Okay, and what would Shale like? Perhaps since they have like the stones on them, or like the crystals, perhaps they would like stuff with like stones.
Ooh, shiny.
Ooh, okay, they do like that. They also have likely dropped to avoid seizure by authorities or because of seizure due to drinking it. So it's alcohol. There's also a chantry amulet. I feel like it will be Liliana since she, again, religious.
Oh, how dear of you.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
Wilhelm special brew ale. Okay, so we have the bones. I am guessing that's for the dog. There you go. So we also have a silver bracelet. It has dwarven runes on it as well. Oh, I'm curious about those then. Shiny gold ring. Tribal necklace. Tangled ball of yarn. Sapphire. Is this something Shale would like? Let's see. No, I can't give that. Okay. There's also another gift. None of these are gifts. I'm guessing that's it then. Let's see. Oh, this is a gift. Perhaps Alistair could like this because it's a Grey Warden thing. Here we go.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Oh, not a whole lot. Oh well. Let's see if we have any new dialogue with them now.
So, all this time we've spent together, you know, the tragedy, the brushes with death, the constant battles with the whole blight looming over us. Will you miss it once it's over?
Miss the constant battles, or miss you?
I know it might sound strange, considering we haven't known each other for very long, but I've come to care for you. a great deal. I think maybe it's because we've gone through so much together. I don't know. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Maybe I'm fooling myself. Am I? Fooling myself? Or do you think you might ever feel the same way about me?
I think I already do.
So I fooled you, did I? Good to know. That wasn't too soon, was it?
How did we as a dwarf become the same height as Alistair? Either we stepped onto something or he kneeled down. I don't know. I don't know, any more testing to be sure.
Well, I'll have to arrange that then, won't I? Maker's breath, but you're beautiful. I am a lucky man. Now, let's get back to what we were up to before, lest I forget why we're here.
Okay, so we had new dialogue with Alistair. Let's see about the others. What about you, Stan?
Yes,
I have questions.
I am hardly surprised.
Of course. I don't think we have anything
Very
new with
well.
him since we only gave him one
As you
thing.
wish.
I'm not sure if there may be other things with him. What about you,
It
Shale?
speaks.
It does. I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Did we ask this? You watched that village day and night? For years?
I do not sleep, so yes. And I thank it for reminding me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Try to imagine, if it will, what it would be like to be surrounded by nothing but boring peasants, all oblivious to it.
Oh, I'm sure it was more interesting than that.
Oh, yes. It certainly was the height of intrigue to listen to the accounts of how young Dornan had scandalized the village by his purchase of an Orlesian hat. And the argument that those two muddy farmers had over the price of barley for a whole summer. Riveting. And then there were the birds. A whole village full of pigeons and ravens and sparrows all perching on me day in and day out.
Ah, yes, your birthing.
It is not a thing. It is a perfectly reasonable reaction to being constantly pestered. I was helpless to react.
Fair enough.
Those foolish villagers would spread birdseed near me, drawing the birds, because they thought having birds perch on me was quaint. Quaint! If there hadn't been the occasional kind soul to scour me clean, I don't care to discuss this anymore.
Oh no, it's -6.
It speaks.
I'm sorry, Shale.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Let's see. How did you end up in Hunlif? Do you remember?
Oh, yes. That I remember quite well. My former master, the Mage Wilhelm, he brought me. As I recall, he had acquired some position with whatever lord ruled the land. I, being little more than a glorified possession at the time, was brought along. Oh, how he enjoyed impressing the villagers with me. Gollum snarl at that villager there, be fearsome. And of course, I would have to do it.
Do you remember anything before Hunlif?
I traveled with the mage. He did a lot of traveling, I remember that. But where we went, it is rather fuzzy. I remember great battles, fighting many humans long ago. They were all very soft and squishy. And before that, No, there are only images. I was somewhere dark.
Somewhere dark? You didn't like Wilhelm, I take it?
He did love using that control rod. Fondled it so much his wife actually threatened to throw it in the lake. I would have liked to have seen that. Which reminds me, where did it find the rod? Did it pay a great deal for it?
Not really, it was quite the bargain.
So long as it realizes that I'm inexpensive and not cheap.
But why were you out in front of the tower?
That is where Wilhelm kept me. He wanted me out in the open where I could be frightening like a scarecrow. I was supposed to watch for thieves. Pah! Plus, his wife didn't want me indoors. She said there wasn't room for me. Hag.
His wife?
I was once larger, 10 feet tall. Then the loathsome hag complained that I couldn't fit through the doors. So the maid had me shrunk down. Can it believe it? And she still wanted me out.
How does someone shrink a golem?
With a chisel. And a lot of nerve.
I'm not sure if this is rude or not. I'm not gonna attempt it.
Good. I was just about done talking about it. It does like to have a good chat now and again, doesn't it?
It does.
It
Okay.
speaks.
Let's see what other question there was
It
there.
doesn't have better things to do.
Here we go. How did Wilhelm come to acquire you?
That part I know, as Wilhelm often bragged about it to whomever was willing to listen to him. He claimed to have found me in the deep roads. I was in the
Ooh.
ruins of a Tig, he said, deactivated, with my control rod not far away.
What was Wilhelm doing in the deep roads?
It was a hobby of his, scavenging. One of the reasons he traveled so much is that he was looking for entrances into the deep roads, old places the dwarves had long forgotten. And then he would sneak down and search for magical treasure, before anyone was the wiser.
Do you know where in the deep roads this was exactly?
No, that secretive bastard refused to tell me. I would ask and ask, but no. He used to say that one day, if I were compliant and didn't talk back at his wife, he would take me there and I could look around myself. Rotten, lying bastard. If I had his head in my hands now, I would squeeze it like a giant lemon. Squish.
You don't know why you were there?
I think I remember a battle. It was long before, and then there was darkness. Bah, in short, no, I do not remember why I was there. It makes no difference.
So if he hadn't found you...
I wouldn't have had to put up with the twit, and I would be none the wiser. I don't think I was aware while I was there. Not like in the village. Or perhaps I was. Perhaps that was the dark place, and I simply couldn't see anything. How long could even I sit in the darkness and stare out at nothing, never sleeping? Oh, I do not wish to think of that.
Let's move on.
On then.
Ah, good. They approve of
It
that.
speaks.
Let's see. Actually, let's just move on. Let's see if Bonan has
If there's
any
anything I
wares.
can do for you, please tell me.
Let me see your
I'm
wares.
sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
There we go. Anything new? Not really, okay. Let's go to Morrigan then.
I await your command.
Oh, this is new. So life in the wilds must be very lonely.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
That sounds wonderful.
For a time, but one can only remain a child for so long. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. It was encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
What happened then?
Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
But you were just a child.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination.
No.
Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
They made you stronger, didn't they?
They did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Let's go talk with Win or Liliana. Let's go to Liliana first. Here we go.
Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair?
My hair? Thank you.
It's very nice and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Orlais. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. One year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair.
What?
The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose bowels.
Ooh. Ooh. Dear maker.
Yes, you can imagine what she looked like by the end of the evening.
Ew.
But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you. Like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me.
Well, we are friends, aren't we?
Yes, very much so. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company.
You are a treasured friend, Liliana.
Thank you. I am honored that you feel that way.
Let's go to Win.
You're quite taken with each other, aren't you?
You know about Alistair?
It's hard not to notice the doe-eyed looks he gives you, especially when he thinks no one's watching. It's almost too sweet for my tastes, and I'm an old lady who should be making lace hearts and fuzzy blankets with animal motifs.
So what were you going to say about us?
I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going. Alistair is a fine lad, skilled in battle, but quite inexperienced when it comes to affairs of the heart. I would hate to see him get hurt.
Are you saying I might hurt Alistair?
Not intentionally, no. But there is great potential for tragedy here, for one or both of you. You are both Grey Wardens, and he is the son of a king. You have responsibilities which supersede your personal desires.
Alistair doesn't want to be king.
That may be true, but he is still a Grey Warden. Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be devoted to a single person who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to the exclusion of all else. A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do?
I don't want to have to make that choice.
Nothing is certain. Not in these times. You cannot take anything for granted. I want you to be aware of this.
Alistair and I can handle whatever comes our way.
If you insist, I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
There's Severin.
Here I am.
Let's see.
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
We don't have any questions. That's okay. Let's go to Malachite. Here he is. Let's pet him. There we go. And let's get out then and see what we could do. Okay, who shall we take? We can bring
Yes.
Alistair, perhaps Liliana, and Morrigan.
Indeed.
There we go. And we also have some small stuff here. Let's see what this is about. Ben Lawrence lands. Here we go. Ooh. We're in a forest, it looks like. Let's take a closer look at the unarmed man. You are surprised to recognize the uniform of King Kaelin's honor guard, and memory comes to you. You fought alongside this man at Ostagar. Let's take a closer look at the guards. The guards wear the uniform of Ben Loren, a minor lord well known and little loved for the fluidity of his allegiance. Let's join the fray. Let's see what's up. The guards wear the uniform. Oh! Why did they kill him?
We must not exhaust our supplies.
Let's go down. Okay, we can target them. Ooh, Liliana and Morrigan both leveled up. You can target them. Liliana, target this dude. And then Morrigan can get you. And perhaps we can do this. There we go. I froze Liliana, but that's okay. Here we go. We can do Mighty Blow. Let's see. There we go. Alistair did both of his things already. And then perhaps I can do Winter Scraps here with Morrigan. There we go. And let's turn this on as well.
Is that death you're wearing?
Okay, Morrigan is being attacked, so let's target them. There we go.
Send
Really suits you.
Okay, with Morrigan, perhaps we can do lightning as well. I can do Thunder Arms. Liliana, perhaps you can do here, and you can do Pinning Shot. There we go.
no mercy.
You can do Pummel. There we go. And there's these two archers left. There we go, we can target them. And you can target that one. Perhaps you can do Cone of Cold actually. There we go. Oh, I got myself as well. And we can also heal me up then while we're at it.
Here.
And the Shield Bash.
You asked for it.
Careful.
And there we go.
Too easy.
Let's see. Up close, the man face is unmistakable. You remember him as Elric Moraine, a member of Kaelin's honor guard at Ostagar and a close confidant of the king. Ooh, he's still alive?
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man.
I tried to help.
You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some darkspawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter.
You deserted?
I dare say most people think the same of you and me, if not worse.
I fled the battlefield when Loghain betrayed us. I abandoned my men, and they died. And Kaelin with them. He was my king, my friend, maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar.
It's not your fault they died.
I know. Even had Loghain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Kaelin, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostagar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the wardens.
Ooh. Do you still have this key?
The Maker has a sense of humour, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
Why am I not surprised? Is there someone else we should be bringing back from the brink of death instead?
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there.
You don't think that Darkspawn found it?
I hope not. Would they know how to work the lock, even if they did?
Fair
the
enough.
key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? And win as well, I suspect. Call me sentimental, but we left behind some darkspawn that really deserve a drubbing.
It is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Kaelin's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
So we have to return to Ostagar. Let's see what it says. This is just credits. Okay, what about the thing itself? Return to Ostagar. According to Elric, the king's arms chest contains documents betraying to secret talks with Orlais. Kaelin entrusted the key to Elric, who, fearful of capture, hid it within the statue at Ostagar. Given the importance of the documents, the unknown state of the king's body, the opportunity to reclaim it, the royal arms and armor, and your own desire for revenge, the benefits of a small-scale assault on Ostagar are beginning to outweigh the risks. Recover the king's secret documents, and so we have to also reclaim the king's belongings. So we have to go back to Ostagar. I feel like it will be filled with Darkspawn though. But perhaps you can take them on. Got some stuff here as well. Some gloves. An elf root. And some elf root here. Before we go anywhere, let's level up Liliana. Could put some in dexterity, cunning, perhaps some strength. There we go. What else should I put it in? Can put it in Master Combat. And perhaps we can put it here. And Do deceive mastery so we can get all of the lockpicking. And should we either put it into the bard or arrow? So arrow of slaying, the archer generates an automatic critical hit if the shot finds its target. Although high level targets may be able to ignore the effect, the archer suffers a reduced stamina regeneration for a time. Master archery adds an extra attack. So that's for this. Perhaps we could put it in here then, for now. So we can level up there as well. And then we have this. We could put some willpower, some magic. There we go. And what else can I put it in? Perhaps I could put it into combat tactics. There we go. And what else? Perhaps I could put it into blizzard one, and then I have another. Let's see. We could put it into flying swarm. So the shapeshifter's body explodes into a swarm of stinging insects that inflict nature damage on nearby foes, with the damage increasing based on their caster's spell power and proximity. While in this form, the caster gains divide the storm, and any damage the shapeshifter suffers is drawn from mana instead of health, but the caster regenerates no mana. The swirling cloud of insects is immune to normal missiles and has a very good chance of evading physical attacks, but is extremely vulnerable to fire. With Master Shapeshifter, the character gains health whenever the swarm inflicts damage, and then I'm guessing this is that. We can try this out for now. Here we go. And then we also have this and Civil War. Let's see what this is.
Get your horses off Ben Talman's land. We won't Ben Needle again.
Logain is the regent. He demands your...
We're not Orlesian lickspittles. We owe no man our allegiance. Leave!
Take their lands by force, men. Regent's orders.
Enemies are...
Ooh. Oh, so this is the civil war that is going on. So we have to help out the people in blue. So I can target this one. You can target that one, Alistair. Liliana, target them. And then perhaps with Morgan we can go here. There we go. And do this. Okay. And then in the meantime you can target that one and do Winter's Grasp. I can do Mighty Blow. Alistair. Why are you targeting them? Here we go. We can do Shield Bash. Liliana. Target them. And you can do Pinning Shot. There we go. Okay, that's one. Now I can target them. Here we go. And I can do Pummel. And then Thunder Arms. There we go. Ooh. Fucking beheaded him. And we did it. Let's see. We got money from him. A large tip fire crystal.
I shall do it.
Fruits. Another one of his
Very
soldiers. Health poultice and a metal shard. Can we perhaps talk with them?
We showed those Logain upstarts.
I'm guessing we can head out here. There we go. So we took care of that. And so Ostagar, a ruined defensive fortress where Kalen made his final stand, now fallen to the blight. Okay, let's go to Denerim first, because we have quite a few quests that we can claim there or take care of, and then we can go to the Brazilian forest. But of course, we get attacked along the way. Here we go. Oh. Just a merchant. Let's see.
Do you have coin, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, old Tegra can give you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
What's going on in Orzammar?
There's two things I'm here for. Travel or trade. Understand?
Fair enough. Let's see this discounts of yours. Okay, so we got some traps. Metal tome of skill sundry. Perhaps we could get some of the bolts. But I don't think it would work with Liliana because we don't need a crossbow, I imagine. Okay, this dwarven heavy armor, but our armor is pretty good. Okay. Oh, this is a gift, we can get that. And another gift here. And this as well. Let's see, is any of the others a gift? Doesn't look like it. I think I'm good for now then. Here we go. Let's head out so we can move forward. Also, is this indicating how far the Blight is coming along? Or how far the Darkspawn are? I believe we can go here.
As there is but one world, one life, one death.
Here we go. Oh no, we have to go to her.
Those stung with 100 arrows, those suffering from ailments both great and small, his heart was strong, and he moved on.
There we go. Let's see where else we can go. There's something here. Oh, with Sister Justine.
Nice to see you again.
Perhaps it's this. I found these scrolls in a Tevinter ruin.
Really? Oh, pardon my incredulity. I would like to examine them in any event.
Be careful with them. They seem ancient.
Let me see. The scrolls are old, no question, and the script. It's written in cipher. Early believers used them to keep their writings safe from the Tevinter Magus. These could be authentic. Please, let me examine it.
Here you go.
I need parchment, quill, and ink. What was the trick to the cipher again? I examined your scrolls. I know a few of the early chantry ciphers, but I'm not fully familiar with this one. The bits I have made out. This may be an account of Maferath's final days, and perhaps more.
Maferath, as in Andraste's husband?
I know. It's remarkable. The same Maferath who betrayed our prophet and saw her burn alive in Minrath Rus. If we could get a real translation, well, it could be the find of our lifetime.
How long will it take to decipher?
It could take months. The ciphers were designed to be difficult for the Magisters to decrypt. Who knows what secrets we can uncover, what truths we can find. Here is all of the allowance I have for acquisitions. Take it and go. 1,000 blessings.
Those who bring ham.
There we go. And I believe we also have something here.
And the maker does
the
not
Mages Collective.
Oh, would you stop correcting me?
Here we go.
Take this. You've earned it.
There we go. And I believe that's it. For here. I believe there was something else as well that we could do. Yeah, this. We have to go to the inn, I believe. Or... yeah, to the inn for the
I have something
crows.
for you. The market district is a whole sight better because of what you've done for us. I know this may not be much, but it's an extra thanks. A lot of folks swallow whatever lies are fed to them, but us believers will try and spread word about you and the wardens. Thanks.
You're welcome. Oh, we got 4 gold from that. Nice. Let's go here then. There we go. Was it here that we needed to be? Yes.
It shall be done.
There we go. Can take that.
Find everything you need?
The payment was sufficient.
Payment? Oh, just make sure you drop by from time to time. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Okay, so we did that, I believe, right? Yes, and now we have to do this as well. But it's in Orzammar, okay. I think that's it for here, I believe. So let's get out of here then. Here we go. Get out. And go here. Did we find the keys by any
Dwarven
chance?
crafts. Find dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. You won't find better.
Here we go. And we can go here. I think perhaps it might be better if we just take care of this since we're so close by it as well. And then we can make our way down here to the Brazilian outskirts and then to Osagar and perhaps later on to Orzammar. So let's head up here first real quick. There we go.
And here we are, Soldier's Peak. Maker's breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels.
She's impressive, that's for certain.
It's just teeming with history. Can't you feel it? So, I'll follow you about, from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
Soldier's Peak. Looks like it's seen better days. Better centuries more.
Once the wardens flourished, their ranks full, their caliber certain. Now they even accept people like you, Alistair.
Hey.
What? Let's go check this out. Looks like a very big place. So this used to belong to the wardens back in the day?
Fall back! Fall back already!
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave the wardens one chance to die with honor. Instead, they hole up like cowards. We follow the king's advice then. Starve them out.
But the peak has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are too weak to lift their weapons, we will send them to their final judgment.
What was that? Felt a bit woozy there. I'm not mad, am I? You saw it too?
I've heard an Orlesian ballad about something like this. A beauty trapped in a dream. In the song, Belisa never wakes up.
Your prissy friend here is making me nervous, Warden. How's this even possible? The place must truly be haunted.
The veil is thin here. The circle tower was that way too.
The veil?
That's what separates us from the Fate and the demons.
Demons? Thank Andraste you came, Warden. After you.
Here we go. Let's check it out. Looks like there's multiple ways to go. Let's see what's up here. There's a statue. And a lot of old dead bodies. Can we interact with it? Ancient history. And we got a codex. The The History of Soldier's Peak, Chapter 1. The Grey Warden's base at Soldier's Peak was built in the middle of the Glory Age, several decades after the Second Blight was ended. Before then, Grey Wardens in Ferelden would take up residence in castles and forts that belonged to generous nobles. Warden Commander Gaspar Asturian desired a fortified headquarters where his forces could train and live. He planned that Soldier's Peak would be a city unto itself. The defeat of the Darkspawn and the Archdemon Zazikiel was fresh in the minds of the Ferelden people, and many were willing to donate gold to build Commander Asturian's fortress. Soldier's Peak was fully completed within 10 years and dedicated to the Maker in 934 glory. From the History of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden by Brunageni TV, Chantry Scholar. So we also have a quest here, it looks like. Learn more about the history of Soldier's Peak. You've uncovered some of the history of the base at Soldier's Peak. There may be more to learn, and perhaps you should seek it out. We can do that. So there was nothing up here besides the statue. What about the other side here?
Do not let them.
Ooh. They're coming back alive?
As you wish.
Okay, we can target them. You can target that one.
Right.
There we go. We can do Mighty Blow, and Alistair, you can do that. Overpower. And then you can do Shield Bash. Liliana, you can target that one, and then
hurry.
You can do Winter's Grasp, and we can also do this. There we go. I can do Thunder Arms. There we go. Alistair, it needs to reload. Perhaps you can do Rapid Shot. There we go. That's one. I'll target this one now. There we go. Oh, there's more up there. Here we go. Can target that one. Alistair can target this one. And then perhaps target that one as well, Liliana.
Need help?
And then if we go a bit closer, perhaps we can do this. Ooh, there's a mage here as well. Can do that. There we go. And let's target that one. We can do Winter's Grasp.
So be it.
And then we can go ahead and target them as well. The mage. There we go. We can do Mighty Blow. There we go. And there's more here.
As you say.
And that's it. But there's more here. Okay, that's Liliana. Here we go. Can target them. Alistair can target that one. You can heal yourself, Morrigan. There we go. Okay, that's one. There's one up here.
We get our hands dirty.
There we go. And we can do Shield Bash. What about us? We can perhaps go here. Oh, there's another mage? No, that's an archer. Okay, we can target them then. Do Mighty Blow. Can do Thunder Arms. Can do this. There we go. And then there's one more up here. There we go. Is that all? Let's see if they dropped anything. Looks like there were all wardens. A greater health poultice, nice. Lesser nature self, antique warden crossbow, and fire bullets. Anything else that was dropped here? There's something up here. Let's go up. There we go. Lesser health poultice. we go. Let's check around this area a bit. Doesn't look like there's anything that we can interact with. So let's go up the stairs then. Here we go. Let's go through here.
The men's morale is low. My spells are of no use in this matter, Commander.
There is more to leading men than sorcery, Avernus. I will remind them that they're wardens. Men, I won't lie to you. The situation is grim. Our forces outnumbered, our bellies empty, and our hearts are sagging. But we are wardens! Darkspawn flee when they hear our horns. Archdemons die when they taste our blades. So are we to bend knee to a mere human despot? No! I, for one, will never give up! I, for one, will never surrender just to dance on Arlen's gallows. So I propose here and now,
Is that Sophia?
in these hallowed halls where generations of our brethren stood vigil against darkspawn and evil, that we send a message to that fat bastard. In this sacred place, proud men, strong men stood defiant, and would rather die than submit to tyranny.
So brave, even when starving, and my great-great-grandmother stood with them.
King Arland was a tyrant?
Not much is known of King Arland. The War of Succession that followed his death, now that was a piece of work. Lasted nearly a decade, and almost burned Denerim and the palace to the ground. Loads of history was lost, but maybe there's answers to that inside. But I've gabbed enough. Lead on, my friend.
Interesting. There's a statement of defiance. This poster reads, "On these crowned virtuous men stand against a tyrant. They stood defiant and stood for freedom, and they died." It is signed by the Grey Warden defenders who were besieged by King Arland's forces. Let's read the names of the fallen. Captain Mello, the Black Ferret, Chair Thrower Lopez, Sir Derek of Orlais, and Jason the Bowman, the Longbow. Alan the Quibbler, Cartography Martyr, David the Silent, Dustin the Colorblind, Avenger of the Buffine Brethren, Farrell the Feral, Sir Graham the Untiring, and Jason Sans La Argonet. Langley the Nefarious, Lucky Lacuna, Mad Dog Smeadows, Matthias the Bloody, McQuirk the Vile Priest, Melissa the Magical, Malefactor, the Stretched, and Pakret Dirksen. Surgeon Red Morrison, Santos the Silent Scimitar, Vitriolic Eric, and Weak Eye Santos, and Wellborn the Exhaustive Fire. There were a lot of people, Jesus. Let's see what's through here. Here we go. Oh! Arcane Horror, let's target that one immediately. And do Mighty Blow. Alistair can target this one. And Liliana can target that one. And then with Morrigan,
Let's make this quick.
I can do this. There we go. I can target that one. Do Winter's Grasp. I'm not doing too well. Let's try to heal me up. There we go.
And stay down.
Looks like that was it. Let's see what they have. Lyrium Potion and Chainmail. What else is here? There's a note. A letter from Ben Mathian Wolf. Sophia, All Ruan and his entire family have been slaughtered, even the children. The Ruan line is no more and the island belongs to the crown. For now, Arlen believed Ruan was plotting against him. Ruan criticized the king spending on winter scent, that is all. It was an idle word spoken out of turn. The king goes too far. His brain is filled with madness, and he clings to the crown like a drowning man clutches at a straw. Sophia, I beg you, help us. If nothing is done, more will suffer. Your humble servant, Wolf. Ooh. So someone just got executed because they criticized the king? What's over here? There's 2 ways to go, it looks like.
Very well.
Ooh, okay. Can target that one. And can do Mighty Blow. Alistair, you can target them. Liliana can target that one. There we go. And Morgan, I will need you. There we go. And can do Cone of Cold. There we go. I can do Thunder Arms. There we go.
I never liked this part.
That's one.
Shall be
And then
done.
I can target them.
Tis a good day.
There we go. There's a note here. A plea from Commander Alfar, which is the guy we just fought. Soldier speak is more than we bargained for. There is sinister magic at work here. The men are seeing things and cannot tell nightmares from reality. The fallen return to life to attack again and again, and we are assaulted by dark creatures to the likes of which I have never seen. Whoever is responsible is intent on destroying us all. The king's army and the Grey Wardens both send help. We cannot last much longer. Commander Eflar. So, even the demons showing up already happened before they died.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Thank you. Ooh, there's a warden longsword. Nice. And a weapon stand here with a shield. Let's see what's on the other side then. Here we go. Something
It is
here.
begun.
It's a chest with another shield. Anything up here? Can we even go up there? No. Okay. Is there anything here? We can't go in there. What about here? There's demons. Let's target that one. Alistair can target that one. And you can target that one, Liliana. There
At
we
your
go.
order.
Can do perfect striking. There we go. And can also do mighty blow. And thunder arms. And then perhaps you can do this, Morrigan. There we go. And then you can target that one and do Winter's Grasp. There we go. There's one more there, which we can target. Can do Pommel and Thunder Arms. There we go. They drop something, just money.
It is begun.
Injury kit, nice. There's a book here as well. This book is badly burned. You can make a word out here and there, and that is all. Let's continue. Ooh.
The door won't hold, Archivist. Almost done. The truth must be told. What does it matter? We're dead. Our grand rebellion so close. And to die here, a stillbirth.
We never should have done it. Wardens aren't supposed to oppose kings and princes.
Should we stand idly by while...
Ooh, so the
Another
demon
one.
was
Rebellion?
the mage.
What's this about a rebellion? If only the book weren't burned.
What? Rebellion is against everything Wardens stand for.
But Sophia must have had her reasons. The Wardens are heroes. Some injustices just can't be ignored.
Perhaps we will find answers inside.
We can only hope.
I wonder what's going on. And why they decided to go against the king. There's another book here, chapter 2 of Soldier Speak. Let's see. As he approached his 60th year, rumors swirled that the corruption in Warden Commander Asturian's blood was beginning to take its toll. According to a report from that time, the commander experienced terrifying waking dreams and heard his name whispered from the dark corners of Soldier's Peak. It is said that Asturian would spend hours locked up alone in the great hall of the base, muttering to himself, though no one was ever able to make out what he was saying. Many also believe that Asturian began in secret to draw up plans to expand his fortress, adding to its hidden passages and alcoves, all to protect himself from the shadows that pursued him. No one knows whether Asturian was able to complete his project, for his deterioration had become obvious to anyone who spent any amount of time with him. He was quickly replaced by Warden Commander Frida Holwick. Asturian was taken to Orzammar, where he submitted to the calling, the last rite of the Grey Wardens, and went to his death with honor. From History of the Grey Wardens, in Ferelden by Bronna Genetivi and Chantry Scholar. So he began hearing noises. Is that what the calling is, basically? I think I will leave this episode here, and then in the next we can explore more what is going on exactly inside here in this fortress, what happened exactly with Sophie, and why they went against the king, because as far as I know, the Grey Wardens are neutral in everything, so they shouldn't even be a part of this kind of stuff. So I hope we get the answers to that in the next episode, so I see you guys then. Bye!